What's going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. So I was mentioning in the previous video that dating out here has actually been very interesting because I get no play in New York. I'm gonna be real. I don't get no play. But out here in LA, I was very surprised because I find that these beautiful women give me so much more attention. And I figured, like, when I came to LA, I had my mind set, like, all right, I'm just coming out here to work because ain't none of these women out here gonna pay me any attention, because I feel like out here you need to either have a certain amount of money, have a certain amount of followers, or you got to be cut up. Like, I'm not built. I don't have, muscles and abs and all that stuff. But I am very tall. And for whatever reason, these women out here find me attractive. And so I just run with it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And my cousin was telling me that, because she was telling me that it will be like that out here because, for one thing, I'm new out here, so it's kind of like fresh meat or something. But I realized that what she meant is that out here, people tend to move out here and they see what the culture is, and they sort of mesh themselves into that culture. And the thing is, it's a culture that I'm not particularly interested in meshing myself into. If I was, I probably would be more social media inclined, but I'm really not. I just want to create my art and make a living doing it, But either way, though, at first I thought, like, oh, yeah, I would get hit up so much on Tinder and Bumble and whatnot, and I would meet up with these women, but I began to realize that most of the women that I was meeting up with were not black, and that's not a problem. That's, I really don't have any gripes on race or whatever, but the reason I bring it up now is because these women would very subtly but quickly take the conversation to whatever is going on in my pants. And to make a long descriptive story short and straightforward, they pretty much I felt, I'll put it like this. I felt that I was being fetishized. Is that a word? Fetishized. I think it is. But they were treating me like a fetish. And at first, again, I was just with it. I was like, okay, well, you just want that because I'm a black man? Alright, well, let's do this, and that's the way that I saw it. Eventually, though, it becomes a situation of I'm a sensitive dude. I want to be married and have my wife and have kids. I want a son that I can, dress up like me, because believe me, I'm gonna be that dad. Like, we gonna have if we at a wedding or something, we gonna have matching tuxedos. If we going to Six Flags, we gonna be trashed out, like, in matching shorts and sneakers and a Kango and like a nice gold chain or something, because I'm at Jamaican, and all that kind of stuff, But the point I'm trying to make is that they were not to say all, but these women, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because men do it all the time. Men spit game at women because they want to get into their pants. If a woman wants to do the same, why not? Let her be. She has the right to be, so I have no issues with that. But I personally find myself in a place where, like, I at first was thinking, like, oh, wow, they love me out here. until I got to the place where it was like, dang, don't you want to know my last name at least? You know, it was that sort of situation. So that's the dating experience that I had compared to, and I'm bringing this up because of what Kelly was saying, Stamps was saying about her dating experience in New York and what have you. Yeah. There ain't nothing else left to say, I guess. Because that's that. I eventually just stopped. I just took myself off the maps because it was like, it's pointless. And especially when I decided that I'm gonna leave LA, I was just like, why stay on here, you know? You know what's funny? I had a whole situation too. And this is probably why. So originally my plan was to go to Georgia because I own a house out there anyway and just be sort of tri-coastal, that's what I call it. I'd live out there basically, but I would go to New York when I need because my agent is in New York anyway, and you know, I would go to LA when I need to do music, or you know, if I see an audition I really want to do, I'll just book a flight, head out there. You know, I've got my cousin out here, I've got other friends out here, I'll borrow a couch, do what I gotta do, you know, give some money to whoever's couch I'm on, because you know, if I did an Airbnb or something, I would spend money to be there for the day or two anyway, and then be on my way. Excuse me, that was a lot. And so, something that kind of helped me move to LA was that I had developed this relationship with this girl. So when I came out here in 2018, I came out here and I met this beautiful girl. She's Italian, and I met up with her. She was very, very sweet. We had a great time on our date and whatnot, and you know, she knew that I was there just for a bit and staying on my friend's couch at the time, and she invited me over and things happened. And so it became a sort of thing where it was like, after that, there were no more dates. It was just, come over, let's do this thing. Ooh, my eye is starting to burn. What is happening? Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if my eyes look weird. They just started burning for some odd reason. I'm trying to remember. I did just cook something. If I had something on my fingers or something, even though I washed my hands, but still. That is so weird. But yeah, my bad, y'all. So yeah, it became that sort of situation where it was just come to my house, let's hang out. And at first it was sort of let's sit and talk and do this and do that and yada yada yada, and then do stuff. And then it became a situation of come over, let's do this, you know. And I was cool with it because she is absolutely gorgeous. She's beautiful. What happened though is that when I moved out here, I let her know, because in my mind I was like, oh, we had such a good thing going, maybe if I'm actually living out here now, it'll become something else. And so I hit her up, and we definitely met up a few times when I hit her up. But then, you know, I'm out here and things are different. I live here now. I gotta worry about rent. I gotta do auditions. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And she would invite me over, and I either couldn't make it or I couldn't afford to get over there, because where she lived, I had to take an Uber. Well, I found out now that I didn't have to take an Uber, that I could actually take the train. I didn't know LA that well at that time. But even so, at the time, I thought I had to take an Uber or Lyft to get to her. And then, bars. And then there was one particular evening where I was on my way to her, and I was running late, but I wasn't running late because of my own sake. It was because I was on a budget, but I said, okay, I'm gonna do a shared lift. This, even if they stop to pick someone else up, you know, it'll just be a few minutes off. What happened though is that I hit her up and said, yeah, I'm in the lift, I'm on my way. The lift picks me up, and the lift goes and gets on the what do you call it, on the highway. And then what ended up happening is that the lift, because it's a shared lift, it got another ride that it could pick up. And I thought nothing of it until I saw the lift come off the immediate next exit off of the exit that we got onto, and then basically went back to where I live to pick up this person. So obviously that added some extra time. And then in addition to that, there was this huge show going on at the Hollywood Bowl, and I think it was just letting out. So that was even more traffic, you know, from going onto the highway onto coming off, whatever. So what really was estimated to be like a 15-minute ride turned out to be like 45 to an hour. And I kept updating her and telling her this is what's happening, but it wasn't enough for her because she just felt that I was disrespecting her and felt that I had no regard for her time and, you know, things like that. So she pretty much just kind of cussed me out via text. And I was trying to explain to her, you know, look, I really wasn't doing this on purpose. Like I literally just had things to do and things happened, and, you know, I tried to apologize, but she just wasn't having it. She just told me about myself, told me that it was what it was, you know, and I just accepted it for what it is. It's, you know, life. And she told me never to hit her up again, and I had not. Ironically, when I went back on Tinder for a brief moment, she swiped right on me, right or left, I forgot which way we go, either way, and sends me a hey message. And I'm like, this crazy biatch, either she doesn't recognize me because it was a couple of months, or I don't know, but I saw it and I just ignored it. I was like, hell nah, I ain't doing this, you know. And I remember just feeling uncomfortable, and I was like, I'm just gonna delete the app, you know, because I don't know if she's like, I don't know how crazy she can get. The way she snapped on me via text, I was like, nah, bruh, you know. But yeah, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.